Hello and welcome to the Psychic Side with John Cappello. We've had a little technical difficulties here, but we got those all figured out. We got new lighting here, and we're doing some new fancy things because that's what we do here on the Psychic Side. So we're here on the A1R Psychic Radio Network. We're the #1 psychic radio network on Earth. So I'm delighted to be here today. I wanted to just let you know a few things about what's going on. You know, when I first started the program, I told you I was a little bit of an astrologer, and there was something that happened yesterday that I kind of predicted, and I want people to just kind of keep up with me and call me when I'm right and tell me that I'm wrong. But we had a little blow up in the media business, and that's a little. I got to be careful with the terms I use. Some firings happened, and that's, I think, is a good thing because we had some people that probably needed to be disciplined as far as some of the things they said and broadcasted on national TV. And so I'm glad that there's been some balance. One was left wing, one was on the right. And so I'm hoping that we are ready to start to clean up this media problem that we have in our country right now. I'll get to Amber in just a moment. I did want to tell you that today I do want to talk a little bit about the psychic senses of Claire Fragrance and Claire Gustance. And so I'm going to go ahead and take Amber, and I'll work with Amber a few minutes, and then I want to get to that topic so that I can share that with you. So is Amber there?
Yeah.
Amber, where are you calling from?
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa. Amber, have you been crying? Has there been some kind of stress around you lately?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this involve a relationship or a loss?
A loss.
Okay. Is this a man that you lost?
One of them, yeah.
One of them? Okay. So you've had more than one loss. I'm very sorry for your loss. Was this a father maybe or a close relative?
Yeah, he's my dad.
He's your dad. Okay. Because I want you to know that he's doing okay in spirit. He says that you have handled things with a great deal of dignity, and he's sorry that he can't be here longer in life, but he's okay. He says that he had no control over the situation. Was there illness around him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
because
he got pretty sick pretty quick.
It just feels like, you know, he fought a good fight and that he did the best that he could to stay. Now, you said that there's a woman in spirit too that just recently passed?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this this doesn't necessarily feel like a mother, but was she a relative?
She was a very close friend.
A close friend, okay. But you just had the soul connection with her, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a person that, I don't know, it just seems like you went back and forth as far as being in contact with her. But she says that to me that she wants you to know that she's always going to be thinking of you and she wants to stay in touch with you, and that she wants to send you some healing because she wants you to know how wonderful it is being in the spirit world. So I hope that helps a little bit, Amber.
It does.
Okay. So thank you very much for calling in.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get to my topic. And I just want you to see how the psychic stuff works, the mediumship stuff works. Hopefully I didn't ask too many questions to Amber because the energy just came in. But today we're going to talk a little bit about Claire Fragrance and Claire Gustance, because those two particular types of psychic abilities are not talked about a lot, and they are some people's superpower because they think people will think they're crazy if they talk about it. But they are very, very powerful sensations. They're very powerful gifts. And they're even gifts that are part of our vernacular, for as far as I'm concerned, because if you hear people say, "Oh, that just stinks," well, they're picking up some type of odor that that is beyond the physical. And sometimes that people will say that just puts a bad taste in my mouth. Well, that's also a psychic sensation, because these are sensations that may be caused from stimulus that is beyond the physical, and some of it could be an emotional response. But many times when people pick up odors or they pick up different tastes, it's a precognitive sensation. So what we want to do is when we to try to develop these two particular psychic senses, the first place we go is our memory. Okay, so we go to our memory and we start to develop these sensations. We use our memory to tap into those inventory of sensations that we receive. And when we have the opportunity to be around baking bread or a nice apple pie or something else that smells really good like flowers, or if you're around people who have a particular perfume or cologne that they like to wear, then you need to make sure that you have that register so that your soul can recognize it when it comes to them, when it comes to you in a psychic impression, because it's an important way to develop those particular senses. Okay, so I'm going to be your coach a little bit, and I'll be telling you a little bit in the future when I'll be opening up for some online psychic classes. And I want to just do a shout out to my students that might be listening or watching today. And thank you for joining me, because I'll give you some more homework later. But the senses of clairfragrance and clairgustance are wonderful senses because they're part of the symphony of sensations and symphony of senses that we have that all work together and make us uniquely human. And our soul has such wonderful abilities that it's a shame if we don't do our best to reach out and use those abilities, because it just enriches our life. It's very empowering. And if you can develop these two particular psychic sensations or psychic senses, it's just only going to make your life better. And the thing is, we all have them. Now, I have to admit, I'm interested in this chat AI, and I tested it, and it wrote a poor article on clairfragrance and clairgustance. So I'm kind of glad it did. I still have value. So I feel like I could post it somewhere, I guess, if you want me to. But it's just something that I think that you need to work with. And this is not just with your psychic senses. I mean, if you have physical abilities, if you're an agile person, or you're a person that has some other talents, if you're an artist, or you need to just work those gifts to the fullest, and don't let them just pass you by. Because there's so many times I'll do a clairvoyant reading or I'll do a psychic reading, and I see talent around people and they've let it go to waste, and they're so sad. And when you get older and you haven't used those abilities, it just makes for an unfulfilling life. So we want to make sure that we use our gifts to the good, and make not only our lives enriched, but other people's lives enriched as well. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Next week we'll have another topic here. I can't forget to thank Joy Koff from Miracles of Joy to continue to sponsor our show. She's going to be sponsoring for the next 3 months, and I appreciate that. And be sure to use that full promo code PSO223 to get a 25% discount on anything that you purchase from her. And, you know, we're going to be expanding the show next month to 30 minutes so I can take more callers. And so I hope that you'll tell your friends and tune in to our program. I would appreciate it if you'd like the program or send me a message on Facebook to let me know that you're listening or watching the show, because it means a lot for me to put together some content and to know that people are actually paying attention to the program. So, like I said, I want to thank my cousin for telling me about the lighting. So I worked on it, and so I think it's a little bit better today. So once again, thanks a lot for joining us here on the Psychic Side on the A1R Psychic Radio Network and Moonstruck TV. It's always a delight to be with you, and I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at this time. Bye-bye.